Hi, everybody. First off, I just want to thank Marco for asking me to do this, giving me this opportunity. I think it's awesome, and I'm glad I can be a part of it. So I'm going to be talking about Jesus wept in John chapter 11. So I'm going to start in verses 1 through 3. Now, a certain man was sick named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. Now I'm going to skip down to the end of verse 11, where Jesus says, Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may wake him out of sleep. Now I'm going to skip down to verses 32 to 36, which says, Then when Mary was come where Jesus was and saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying unto him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit and was troubled, and said, Where have ye laid him? They said unto him, Lord, come and see. Jesus wept. Then said the Jews, Behold how he loved him. So we see in those opening verses that Lazarus has fallen sick and he's died. And then we see in verse 11 when Jesus says that Lazarus sleepeth and he's going to go wake him. As in Lazarus has died, he's going to go raise him from the dead. And then later in those last verses that I read, we get to where Jesus wept. Now the question I had was, why did Jesus weep? And I think it's one of two reasons. Reason number one is because he was empathizing with Mary, Martha, and all the other Jews who were already weeping over Lazarus' death. Reason number two would be that he was troubled by the unbelief of those people, the people that he told that he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead, and they didn't believe him anyways. Whatever the reason is, Jesus shows that he cared enough to weep with these people in their time of sorrow. And this shows that we have a God who cares. He cares about us. This reminded me of another piece of scripture in John chapter 15, verses 12 through 15. Jesus says, This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if you do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. So we see here that if we follow Jesus and we're true disciples, he doesn't call us servants, he calls us friends. Now, I wanted to back to verse 13, where Jesus says, Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. So when Jesus died on the cross, he took the punishment for mankind. He demonstrated the greatest, most loving, most selfless thing someone can do for their friend. So Jesus cares for us, he loves us, and if we are a true disciple, he calls us friend. That's all I've got. Thank you again to Marco for having me on here, for giving me this opportunity. It was a pleasure. And thank you to everyone who listened to me. God bless.